Deep's Kitchen, and today in Deep's Kitchen we are going to see not a recipe but something which is different but all related to cooking. That is what are all the basic and necessary cooking utensils you need for Indian cooking. So this video will be very helpful if you are new to kitchen and if you are a beginner and if you are newly married and have a plan to travel abroad and other state and want to know what are the cooking utensils you need to begin your cooking. So this are all the list of very important cooking utensils. List of stuffs as a printable copy. You can also visit my blog www.deepskitchen.blogspot.com. So let's for this. So what are the very necessary utensils for Indian cooking? So here is the video.
First and foremost thing you should need in your Indian kitchen is the pressure cooker. So we Indians always cook rice on daily basis. So you need this pressure cooker to cook your rice on daily. And apart from cooking rice, you could also use this pressure cooker to cook your vegetables, dals, lentils, and pulaus, biryanis, everything. So this is a cookware from Hawkins, which is 3-liter one, and I'm using this 3-liter as my family is very small with the 2 persons and kid, and for that this kind of cookware is pretty good. And you can go for 3-liter, and even you can buy a 5-liter one if you want big size cookware as well. And this cookware is in aluminium, but you prefer you can go for stainless steel or non-stick, whichever you prefer. And apart from cooking your food, you could also use this pressure cooker to cook your vegetables with the steam. So steam cooking is another way of cook your food healthy without losing its nutrients. So a basket shown here is actually named a Lotus steam basket, and this basket is very useful in your kitchen. Using this you can cook your vegetables or any kind of food, whatever you want to cook it in a steam. And this can be adjustable like this, how much ever small or big you want. And simply you can fill or not fill, just add 1 cup or half cup of water and then place this basket inside and put whatever vegetables you want, and just whistle for 1 to 2 whistles and your vegetables would be get steam cooked. And even you can use the steam basket to cook your corns as well in steam. So I found this one is very useful in your kitchen, and you can also cook your potatoes in this. So next comes the pans and kadais you will need. So here I have a big wide opened pan which is a heavy and thick bottomed one, and this comes with a very tight lid. And this is not a non-stick one, but I'm not sure what metal it is, but this is a very thick and heavy one. So since it has a airtight lid, it helps to form a very good heat inside the pan, and that helps to cook the food very quick and easily. So I especially use this big pan while making chicken or noodles or pulaus or sambar or whatever you want to make in something more. And also when you want to stir them continuously, this kind of big pan would be very helpful. So I use them specially while making noodles and chicken. And apart from that, I make sambar in bulk because I want to use for lunch and also for dinner. So I use this to make. So you can go for one big pan to cook your pulaus and biryanis or noodles, chicken, everything. So next comes the kadai. I don't have a lot of kadais in my kitchen. I just use only one, which is for deep frying any kind of food in oil. So like bhajis, bodas or patties or tikkis, anything which you want to fry them in oil. So this one is a deep kadai, deep bottomed kadai, you can see. So you can fill it with oil how much ever you want, and you can easily fry them. So I just searched for the one which have a deep like this. So this now comes with a lid as well. So you can buy one kadai just for frying purpose, And apart from that, daily usage I use these pans. So these are medium size and bit smaller than medium, so I use them for daily purpose. So usually whenever you choose a pan, make sure you are choosing it with a lid that helps to cook your food very quick, and also it's a healthy option as well. So this is a medium sized pan which I use them on daily basis, like for making curries, gravies or dals, everything in this one. And apart from that, you can go for stainless steel or ceramic or non-stick, whichever you prefer. And this is a red color thick heavy pan which is not a medium, bit small than medium. And I use this pan mainly in the breakfast recipes, like to make a semolina or suji upma or poga, something like which I want to prepare only for my husband and for me, which is in a very little amount. I use this pan. So you can go for two different size pan to make your daily cooking. So this pan is from Prestige, and I just love the color as well. So I just bought it recently, so you can go for a pan like this. And next comes the saucepan and the seasoning pan. So this saucepan is actually aluminum one, but you can go for stainless steel again, ceramic, non-stick. Lot of metals is available in market nowadays. So the saucepans are very helpful to boil your milk and to make tea, coffee, or even if you want to boil vegetables or eggs, there something like that, you can boiling purpose, you can use the saucepans. And next comes the seasoning pans. I have two different sizes of seasoning pans. So this seasoning pan, the one I usually use while making sauces in a small amount, or to season the foods, or even to dry roast spices, and for dry roasting cashews or even some peanuts, something based on the recipe. So I use this pan. And also if you are a non-vegetarian, you want to fry a fish, you can add a little bit of oil and you can fry in this. That way you don't need to use lot of oil. So I use this pan also to fry the fish. So if you have a lot amount of fish, this won't be good, but just for preparing 2 persons, I just prefer to use this one for frying fish as well with the limited oil. And this pan is specially I use only for seasoning. And apart from that, I have my kid, and sometimes I want to make some evening snacks for her. So I just use this to fry one hash brownies, or if I prepare 1 or 2 patties or omelette, something like that. When I want to make only one dish for just for my kid, I use this. And apart from that, I always use for seasoning and tempering. And next comes the breakfast and dinner stuffs. So here I have the idli maker, which is a traditional one, but in modern days people go for this kind of idli plates which have holes in the gap and not in the concave surface. So you have to apply some oil and you have to fill it up with the idli batter, and this will make idlis. So this is in modern days we are using it, but in traditional days, even my mom and my mother-in-law still uses this kind of idli maker which have a holes on the concave surface, and I have to put a wet cloth over it and I fill it up with idli batter. And what happens is the steam will directly pass through the holes in the concave surface, and that makes your idli taste really nice and also very soft and spongy. So and another benefit in this maker is you don't need to add oil at all, but in the modern one you have to add oil, but in this no oil at all. So this is healthy option as well. The only drawback is you have to wash the cloth whenever you make idli, but that's not a big deal because I love idli so much, so it's okay. So you can go for this or that depending on your need. So this is the idli maker, and which makes 8 idlis. And next comes tawas and griddles. So here I have the griddle which you can use especially on the stove top over the fire to make rotis or naan or chapatis, pulka, everything. And apart from that, you can also use this to get a smoky flavor in your chicken tikka or paneer tikka after you did them in the oven, and also for grilling purpose in corn. And this tawa is a cast iron one. I use this for making chapati, and this is an Indolium one which I use always to make my dosa and uttapam. And this tawa is a non-stick which I use for making bread toast or rava dosa, like that. And always make sure you buy two tawas, one for making chapati and another one to make your dosa. You cannot use one tawa to make those recipes, because your dosa will not come if you use the same tawas. And next comes the rolling pin and rolling board to roll your chapati, roti, naan, everything. And next comes the mixing bowl. So I have around 4 different sizes of mixing bowls, depending on how much and what recipe and how much quantity you want to make. So this one is a wide opened bowl, and another one is kind of small, and to make a dough or batter or while mixing your omelette, everything. So you can go for 2 to 3 different sized mixing bowls. And next comes the spatula, spoons, ladles and strainers, everything. So here I have 2 small spoons which I use for serving chutney, and these silver spoons I use for taking my food, and forks also included. So this is a strainer which you can use to strain your lemon juice or tomato puree, whatever you want to strain, and also to strain your tea, masala tea or something like that. So strainer is very important. And next here I have some ladles which I use to serve my rice, my curries and gravies, dry veggies, even to pour the batter, everything. So buy different kinds of ladles which will be helpful in your kitchen. And now here this is the spatula for my Indolium tawa, and this is the potato masher, and this is a tong which I usually use to flip my roti when I made it on the stove top. And apart from that, you can also use this to fry your puppet, and this tong will be helpful to serve your noodles. And apart from that, here I have this spatula which I use on my non-stick tawa, and this wooden spatulas for using in my wooden pans and kadais. And and here I have the masher, which is a wooden one to mash rice or dals. And this is a traditional way my mom used, so I bought this. And this one is to make your yogurt into a buttermilk. And this is a grater which the red one I used to peel off the skin in ginger, and this one I used to peel off the skin of potatoes or rich gourd, bottle gourd, any vegetables. If you want to remove the skin, you can use this. And this is a grater with 3 different size of holes. One is small, medium and very big. And apart from that, you can also use this to make your potato chips. And this is another small grater which usually used to grate cheese. So these are all the graters. These are very important stuff. And don't forget to buy your spoons and forks and butter knife, everything. And next comes the measuring spoons and sieves, colander, everything. The first thing, very important thing, is the funnel, which will be very helpful when you want to transfer your oil into your oil dispenser. So don't forget this. This is a very important one, funnel. And then here I have the measuring cups. So when you are a beginner and new to kitchen, and when you are searching recipes online, you will always find the teaspoon and cups. So you have to buy this measuring cup for sure to make your recipes taste really good. And next, this is the sieve which I use to sieve the flour, like atta or all-purpose flour or gram flour, everything. And this is a big strainer which I use to stain the noodles or rice or yogurt, just to take off the water, and to stain any kind you will need this. And this one is a big strainer which I use while frying stuffs. So using a big strainer shown here is very important, because you can take off all the food at one time. And This is a colander which I use while washing my vegetables, and this is another sieve which you can use while sifting large amount of flour. Okay, so here is the hot pack or hot box which I specially use only while making chapatis and idli to keep it soft and also to keep it hot for a long time. Apart from using chapatis and idlis, you can also use this to store your rice or curries, gravies, anything which you want to store them hot for a long time. And next comes the storage boxes and containers. So make sure you have bought a container which is big enough like this, because if you prepare idli batter, you will prepare for 1 week and that will have a large amount. So to store them in the refrigerator, you need big storage containers. And next comes the small container which I use to store tomato puree or coconut milk. Even if I make any store bought homemade powders, I use this, like masala powders. And next, this is the airtight containers which I usually use to store my leftover curries or gravies which I prepare in the morning or in the dinner. The best thing is choose the one which is also used in your microwave oven, so that you can just take out from the refrigerator and you can just heat it in your microwave. So these both are microwave safe, so I use them to keep my leftover in this. So I have still some more containers, but this is a basic idea. And next here, this is not related to cooking, but though you will need it to take your cooked food. So this is the plate and bowls and small bowls to serve your snacks or your food, everything. So you can buy this. So apart from this plate, bowls, you can also buy some glasses, tumbler, coffee cup, tea cup, and spoons, forks, everything. This one is a mini idli plate. Using this plate you can make very small idlis, and there is a recipe named mini sambar idli or mini dahi idli, in which the mini idlis are prepared and served in sambar or yogurt and served, and that's a very delicious recipe, and soon we will see that recipe as well. So, and apart from that, if you have a kid and if you want them to eat idlis, you can make them in a small sizes like this, and definitely they would love to eat. So if you are interested in making those recipes, you can buy this mini idli plate, and you can buy them separately and use it with your idli maker itself. And next comes the paniyaram or appam maker, and using this you can make a paniyaram or appam, which is also called rice balls, and those can be made with the same idli dosa batter, and the result will be like a crunchy and crispy outer layer and with soft and spongy inner layer. And apart from making appam or paniyaram, you could also use this to avoid deep frying of food while making manchurians or koftas or vadas. So you can simply grease with oil and you can make the recipe. So this is another way of avoiding deep frying and make healthy recipe. So you should buy this one for sure to make very yummy recipes. And next comes the bundi maker, and if you are lover of making bundis, you can buy this ladle which is specially designed to make your bundis very easily with the perfect shape. So this is called bundi ladle, and you can get it at any Indian stores, and using this you can make spicy bundi or even a bundis to make laddus. And next is the chaklu or Mulku Maker, in which you can make different shapes of mulkus with different flavors. And if you are a snack lover, you should definitely have this one in kitchen. And apart from making murukku, you could also make idiyappam, which is a famous Kerala dish, also called rice noodles. And then next comes the chopping boards and knives. So here I have the scissor, which you will need in your kitchen obviously, and then the knife, the big one I use to cut the chicken and fish, and this one I use for fruit, and the green one I use to cut my vegetables. And this is a coconut grater, which I use to scrape the coconut into a grated one. So in previous days they will sit and grate, but this is a handy one. You can use it on the kitchen cabinet by standing. You can just grate the coconut. And this is a whisk, which is very another important tool in your kitchen, to while making an omelette, to whisk it, and also to mix your any kind of batter without any lumps. So this really helps to make your batter without any lumps. So this is another important. And this is a chopping board, and the one which I always use to cut vegetables, fruits. And the next one I use for cutting, not me, my husband used this for cutting chicken or fish, any non-veggies. So use a separate chopping board for veg and non-veggies. So this is all about the chopping boards and knives. So these are all the very basic and very important essential utensils that you will be needing in your Indian kitchen to do your cooking. So I hope I have almost covered maximum of the essential tools in this video. So if you want to take the list of all these utensils in a printable copy, please visit my blog, and the link.
You guys find this video helpful? If so, don't forget to give me a thumbs up by hitting the like button, and subscribe for more videos in future. And apart from this video, in the next coming days I have a plan of uploading what are the basic appliances you need for Indian cooking, and baking tools if you love baking recipes, and also organization tips to organize your kitchen. Even if you have a small kitchen, how to utilize the space and how to organize it properly, and also some storage containers and boxes you need, like that. Lot of interesting videos. And if you are interested in watching all those, remember to subscribe to my channel, and you can also like me on Facebook and Google+, and the link for all this is in the down below this video in the comment section. So thank you so much for tuning in. See you guys soon. Till then, enjoy other recipes in my channel and spice up your taste buds. Bye bye.